how to inculcate these values in educational programs. First and foremost, outcome based curriculum. Outcome does not mean what Washington Accord tells us. What Washington Accord tells us is that your outcome should be aligned with what we in Washington or in Brisbane or in Paris or in London believe is the value, and that is again a sign of slavery, a sign of subjugation, a sign of surrender. Our objectives are to be different, not same objectives. We should have a human being who is fully aware of his or her responsibilities towards his or her own self as well as towards parents, brothers and sisters, family members, society and community and global community at large. Are we aware of these aspects? Are we putting those as outcomes, or we want to measure quantitatively what he has learned in terms of skills? What is the basis of assessment of all exams? This quantitative skills or qualitative behavior? Where is human behavior? What is the meaning of outcome then? Therefore, outcome based curriculum means those outcomes which produce a ethically oriented believer in Quran and Sunnah. Second, course learning objectives. Very clearly defined, what do you want to achieve out of a course. Thirdly, knowledge of subject matter, how much knowledge you want to give them. It should be measured, defined very clearly, what will you know after a course. Then what are the behavioral objectives, what kind of behavior you want to see of our faculty members. Just crazy after money, crazy after ranks and power, promotion, or concerned about a holistic development of their own personality, and at the same time active leaders in knowledge creation, active leaders in change of mindset of youth and society, active leaders in critically examining the wrongs done around us, and so on and so forth. So, what are behavioral objectives? Then what are ideological objectives? It is because of that we have developed the RAS model. RAS model provides us with all these aspects I am talking about. We are not talking theory, but we have been trying, alhamdulillah, to achieve certain objectives of the university through various programs. This PhD is not a matter of just my craze to give lectures. I hate giving lectures, but I believe I must interact with my own faculty members, listen from them their critical views, and in this way help them in their own intellectual maturity, and that has to be done. I am very sad to say that you will find hardly one or a half university in this country where any academician is concerned about that. Vice chancellors are concerned about their tenures, not about quality, not concerned about what is happening to their faculty members, concerned about their own perks and benefits. We are the only institution where we are concerned about faculty members' growth and development, and we put our efforts, our time and energies for that. Therefore, all what I am discussing with you is what we are trying through our RAS model, through our Tarbiyah department, through our mentoring, through our study circles and so on and so forth. All those interventions are meant to develop this kind of mindset which will be instrumental in bringing change. Even if you get more salary somewhere and leave RIFA, you cannot free yourself from this mindset which inshallah we will be able to create. The mindset where a holistic personality is the objective, not just material benefit. And then social role which means that experiential learning involving oneself with society, taking interest in poverty stricken areas where our own people do not have enough resources, approaching them, sharing with them. Our students from medical faculty and from computing and from pharmacy and other areas, they have taken initiative. Some of them have sponsored some orphanage where they go and teach them computing, replace their computers, help them in learning. Similarly, some of them have been going to less developed areas like Thar Parker with their own resources, with gift packages for them. So, involvement, and then life and living, focusing on experiential learning, taking the students to the social areas, having the so called wall of humanity, where they bring clothes from people, themselves iron them, wash them, press them, make them in presentable form and give those to needy people free of charge. All these are aspects of social contribution, and we are very much concerned about that. And then individual as a thankful person. How many people realize what Allah has given them, what Pakistan has given them? Unfortunately, there is a craze created by media and by materialism in the country, that anyone who can get an opportunity to get a Canadian or American nationality by applying there, working there for 6-7 years and then becoming a citizen, thinks that he has achieved his Jannah. Now he is in heaven. They never know those countries, they never know those problems. Without any biases, I can say with all frankness, I have taught in America for over 12 years in universities which were recognized for their specializations, and I have interacted with hundreds and thousands of people. I was not just an armchair scholar going to university and then coming back. I was interacting with people. Every weekend I was out somewhere for some lecture, some program. I have interacted with people personally, and I know the country perhaps better than many who spend their lifetime there just going to office and enjoying TV. Therefore, what I am saying here is not a matter of theory, but abdan shakura means a person who realizes how many blessings Allah has made by making him a Muslim or Muslima and making him a Pakistani. These two blessings are worth mentioning every moment in our life. What you feel as a Pakistani, as a Muslim, you can never feel as a person who is living elsewhere. So, and what we are doing for that, how we express our thankfulness to Allah for that. Are we following what He wants us to do, or we follow what our own heart or mind wants? We discussed earlier, you remember, emotional intelligence and how Islam looks on that. So, how we decide matters. And then how our graduates look on themselves as a son or a daughter, as a brother or a sister, as a husband or a wife, or as parent after a while. How many universities in this country or elsewhere have this concern? How many want to see their graduates look on themselves as a son or a daughter on whom parents have invested a huge number? They are responding to them in a proper manner, or how they are relating themselves with their brothers and sisters, and how they are linking themselves with society. In this RAS model, we have tried to respond to all these aspects, and particularly in visioning, we focus on these aspects. And then as an agent of social change, what kind of islah, what kind of adl needs to be created? And ultimately, as a world citizen, what is our role? Should we just be concerned about our own benefit, or we should be concerned about global issues? If children in occupied Kashmir are starving, if no medicine available for them, if they have been enslaved in their own homeland, and same in Gaza and Palestine, how do we feel towards that? Is it enough for us to make one demonstration, or we must continuously work for their liberation, supporting them by way of social media, sharing your ideas, by way of contribution, sending medical missions and packages to them which can be useful for them.